It's not a lake, it's a cemetery, a tomb, a crypt. Hey guys, it's Chris, and in today's video, I'm talking about and reviewing Ghost Adventures Lake of Death. Today's video is sponsored by Raise Energy by Rep Sports. Use my coupon code, you'll get 15% off on all items on the website. Demand more, be more. Let's get into it. Lake of Death explores Zach and his team of investigators exploring the surrounding area and the lake itself, Lake Mead. So around Lake Mead, there's railroad tunnels, there's Devil's Cove. So in this episode, they don't just look at the lake itself. It's pretty good. I like it. I mean, I like all the facts that they throw about the lake, how the mob, it was a very high activity area for the mob because they would dump bodies there. And I mean, that's what the mob does. They usually dump it in lakes or giant quarries so the bodies will never be found. But because of the lake, over time, the water was slowly evaporating and it kept getting lower and lower and lower. So when the lake was getting lower, they would discover more bodies. So a lot of people believe that this lake was popular with the mafia, with the mob. They would come and dump bodies there. Lake Mead was discovered or built in 1936. And as of data from 1994 and on, there has been 2,000 deaths that have happened at the lake. It's kind of funny too how there was even deaths at the Hoover Dam. Like while they were building the Hoover Dam, there was deaths. Like they said over 100, but in the special they say 96. So I'm just going to go with 96 died while building the dam. And they believe that a lot of the ghosts or whatever shapeshifters hid in those tunnels. And that's why there would be a lot of activity in those tunnels because 96 people, men, mostly men, died during the construction of the Hoover Dam. My favorite sequences of the whole episode or special is when they're really talking about Lake Mead, like they're giving facts about it, how the water has brain-eating bacteria in it. The lake is cursed, how there's been homicides there's been suicides, there's been accidents, there's been rituals, there's been ceremonies. So a lot has happened over this lake since it was built in 1936. And Lake Mead is the biggest reservoir in the United States. So it's like the biggest lake in all of the United States. I thought that was pretty interesting. I didn't know that. I just thought it was a legendary lake in Nevada, Lake of Death. No, it's actually one of the biggest reservoirs in the whole United States. Like I said, my favorite sequences are when they're talking about the lake itself, Lake Mead, and the railroad tunnels. Those are just eerie and creepy as hell. Like, it's pitch black, it's up in the mountains, like, it was very eerie and really creepy in my opinion. Especially the night vision sequences when they're in the tunnels and when they're talking about the lake. It's just so eerie. Like, man, over 2,000 deaths have occurred. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I could see how it's a legendary lake of death. While Zach and one of his buddies are in the railroad tunnels, he sees this figure on the wall, and it like almost shapeshifts into this creature. Like it bends down and like it literally looks like a shapeshifter. So they even mention that in the episode that they believe that there's shapeshifters that hang around the lake and around the surrounding areas of the lake. Like a lot of locals have seen shapeshifters, skinwalkers. So it does make me believe that one could be hiding in the tunnel, and they do catch it at the end of the episode that was actually a shapeshifter. Like 1 minute it looks like a human, and then it shapeshifts into something else, and it's got a horn, and then the thing that's in the wall looks like it was like just stuck in the wall, but then it shapeshifts, and then it shapeshifts back into a human. So it was, like I said, the tunnel sequences, the railroad tunnel sequences are very eerie. And one of my favorite sequences through the whole special or episode, Zach, while in the railroad tunnels, gets hit and he can't breathe. He gets hit, like almost felt like he got hit with a sledgehammer, and he's breathing really heavy. So it makes me believe that there is ghosts out there. There is activity. My dad watches tons of stuff like this, paranormal, supernatural. If you want me to do more Ghost Adventure episodes, just comment down below. But this one was just a haunting experience. It was very eerie and creepy. And I did like all the interesting facts about the lake itself, Lake Mead. Like, I could see why they called it the Lake of Death. Like, a lot of death have happened at the lake. This is a fact-filled episode and a very eerie one. Ghost Adventures always knows how to choose haunting places, and Lake of Death is no different. It's haunting, eerie, very, very good location. If you feel interested in me reviewing something just like that, comment down below. You know, I'm a new fan into ghost hunting, so I'm not really a big fan of it, but this was something that was easy to follow and I actually found interesting. So even if you're a fan or new to ghost hunting like I am, I really think you would really like Lake of Death, and I would highly recommend it. If I had to give it a grade or a score, I probably would give it like a B. It's really hard to like grade documentaries or something that's filled with facts or ghost hunting, so it's a little bit hard to grade, but if I had to, I'd probably give it a B. I actually enjoyed it, and it was eerie after the episode. I was kept looking behind my shoulder like, dude, there's no ghosts here. We're not at the Lake of Death. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Peace!